gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Wake up, Mr. Webb! Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Wake up, Mr. Webb!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of LeighAlity TV. While I sit here and lower my computer so you all can hear me a little better. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You already know who it is. It's me, Mr. Lee West. But are you Pokemaning?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you Pokemon? I'm gonna
sorry.
smack the Pokemon out you, son.
I was trying to catch them all.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brian Katay over here Pokemaning like an idiot.
I'm sorry. I almost caught a Rattata, which for those of you at home is a Pokemon.
Good evening, my brother. Nice to see you.
What's going on? How's life?
Life's good, man. I hope
2
everybody
weeks.
had a. I hope it's been 2 weeks. I miss my little home here. I hope you guys had an excellent holiday, 4th of July. We all celebrated. I hear you celebrated your 4th of July by telling your neighbors to shut up with fireworks while you're trying to watch Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, huge accomplishment, big thing that happened to me and Nina throughout our relationship. We've been together for almost 4 years now, and we decided to take the next step in our relationship. And as of right now, me and Nina have officially completed Game of Thrones.
Is that big or like what? To me, that's like, all right, cool. I watched another episode of Family Guy.
It's fucking awesome. It's an awesome show. I didn't like at first. I was like, you know what, this medieval shit, like knights and kings and this and that, and swords, like fuck this. Like I don't want to. It took me like I had friends to literally sit me down and made me watch the first episode. And I'm like, I still don't get it. And then I was like, you know what? I got to give this a go. And I sat there and I watched the first season with Nina. And I was like, all right, I could get into this. And then like throughout 6 weeks, we watched the entire series. And it's amazing. Like it's like one of the greatest shows I've watched now. And I'm like so hooked now. Now that you know the characters, you know what's going on, and you're just in the Game of Thrones.
All right. Well,
It's a great show.
He likes the show. Brian Tay, ladies and gentlemen, vouches for Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
He recommends it.
I hashtag it. I'll
Hashtag GOT. Got. Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah. Game of Thrones. Yeah, now he's finally realizing.
Yeah.
Mr. Lee West. Wake up, Mr. Lee.
Totally outside of the social bubble. I apologize for my appearance this evening, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like a grizzly bear. I just hadn't made it back to the barbershop yet since I got back from the woods, man.
The woods. You just come out of the woods like a Pokemon.
I was out of the woods like a Pokemon. I spent the weekend down in South Jersey in the house partying with my buddy Jay, who I haven't seen in about 15 years, and it was really awesome to see him. And like we connected over Facebook, like just like everybody else, and so we're just like Facebook messaging each other. We never talked on the phone. You know what I mean? And he's lived in Georgia and like West Pennsylvania for like the last 15 years. So when he shows up and he starts talking about I'm like, what? What did you just say to me? Because we were texting the whole time. These hillbillies don't have an accent when they're texting. I'm like, what are these guys? What are they doing? But I was like,
yippee, you okay?
Yeah, he was like, motherfucker.
Did he wear like bell bottom? Like, did he have like the things that go over his shoulders?
The coveralls? No. He was wearing same thing I wear. Camo shorts and a tank top. Like this. We wear the same thing. We're the same size. We're just as wild. Shout out to the girlfriend for not keeping a lasso on the whole ordeal when we went to Wildwood, because it got a little batshit bananas.
Batshit
bananas. And it was so batshit, they made a meme about it. LA, can we show the meme that we made coming out of the...
Yours or Frank's?
Frank, well, let's show mine first, and then we'll come back to that.
All right.
Yeah. He's right. I fucked up the whole order sequentially.
of sequential.
Yeah.
That's a LeighAlity word. Sequential.
All right. So you may be cool, but you'll never be as cool as Lee West stepping out of a helicopter with a drink in his hand.
Yeah, that's a pretty badass picture, man.
That is that, and shout out to
That
LA.
was 4th of July weekend.
That's
Look at
my
that.
4th of July, bro. I was looking down on the fireworks.
That's such a look at the background, like you see everything going on.
Yeah.
And you just look at you just have the drink.
And there's my cup.
It's a sippy cup. That's
my sippy cup.
He doesn't have. It could be a juicy juice for those people. I don't know, but there's definitely vodka in that.
There's a lot of vodka in that.
And you have somebody holding open the door for you, like look at you.
Yeah. Like, no big deal.
badass.
I wish I was wearing my Strong Arm shirt, but I was wearing an American flag shirt because it was 4th of July.
Except your face is kind of blurry. I don't believe that's you.
Everything was a little blurry that night. And then so we stepped right off the helicopter and into the local radio station. And we bugged out in the radio station something ridiculous. And we got a little clip of that. Ellie, can we show that?
In the radio station.
Little radio station. Shout out WJSE 106.3 in Wildwood, New Jersey. So go ahead, Joseph. Let's just check that. It was a little batshit bananas. And you can hear a little bit of his twang in this thing.
Tuning in myself, I am Mr. Lee West. I'm from Strong Island. You can check me out, StrongIsland.com. Each and every Wednesday, it's LeighAlity TV. That's what we do. This evening, I'm out here celebrating on 4th of July.
With my brother?
Independence. I haven't seen this dude right here in about 15 years.
Yes,
we
sir.
are straight up bugging out right here in Wildwood, New Jersey.
We hit the helicopter.
We are living life to the fullest. I just went on the helicopter.
Yo, I know.
And it ain't like, I mean, I've been on and off stage 1,000 times. There's no high you're gonna get better than everybody cheering on and happy. Oh, you doing a funny joke? Yo, it's funny.
You come off that helicopter, you got something up.
It's
Like what? It's like, what are you thinking?
Life-changing event.
Dude, this.
I felt it in my, can I say testicles?
Yes.
Testicles. That we went, because I
Yo,
honestly, I've never.
It made them tingle.
One of my best friends for 100 years.
Yo, yeah, this is my
I
brother.
mean, I don't know, there's like some incestual homo-notness, you know.
That's the singular
I
tingle.
told it to like, no homo. And then I said, you know what, fuck it. Yeah, homo.
That's my brother.
I
That's my brother.
Yeah, and then, so what happened was, we was in a helicopter. I don't agree with the principle of helicopter.
No, it took about 45 minutes to convince
Yeah.
after I paid.
Much like B.A. Baracus, I ain't getting on no plane.
You know.
I know.
All right, you know, we're on the same page.
It doesn't make any sense that it stays in the
What
air.
does
It
make sense?
doesn't make sense.
No,
It defies the laws of gravity.
Dude, it's
Boom.
sporadically of it.
Get it in. I
There's
don't
a
care
big
what
black motor in the back that makes us straight.
it. Yeah, it turns it down.
Are you kidding me?
I got this bitch on a
I don't
heli.
know.
It's like, what is wrong with you, son?
All right, now hang on. I got a very serious question for you. There hasn't been any drinking today at all, has there?
Oh, no!
No.
I have Mountain Dew, iced tea with alcohol. Oh, wait.
Iced tea with lemonade.
So that's just a little bit of what happened over the weekend. When
That was insane.
it was pretty magnanimous.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we have in store an awesome episode for you guys tonight. Starting, after me and Brian done talk shit to each other. We got Stephen Roof with us this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can we get a little picture of Stephen Roof in the corner? And give the people a little wave, Steve. And like, hey,
Red Light Robin Hood.
Yeah, Red Light Robin Hood, man. The only person that I know of doing the right thing and speaking out for everybody, man. Sticking up for us, the people. So we'll have him over in a few minutes and hear what he's got. He's got a lot of things going on, so I can't wait to hear what he's saying.
So my 4th of July weekend, I went to, guess where I was? Guess where I performed? Biggest stage of my life.
Get out of here.
Comics Comedy Club, Mohegan Sun.
Mohegan Sun.
Comics, Mohegan Sun. It was insane. The
Oh, he
Veterans
didn't
Comedy
send.
Club.
Brian didn't send us a picture, so we can't see him. But you check out his profile picture, and it's pretty dope right now.
Profile picture, Facebook.com/Brian Katea.
Yep.
Be able to find me.
No, because nobody can sound out Katea.
Katea.
They know. If they're watching, they know. But how was it, man? How many people you had in the
We had about like 200 or something like that.
200's nice.
No, it was a nice room. It was cool. It was, you know.
Who
nice
performed out of best out of the whole group? We're all familiar with the Veterans Comedy
We
Summit.
all did awesome. Everybody did awesome. Every single person performed to the best of their ability, I think.
Awesome.
Even Pat, everybody did awesome.
Even Pat.
Yeah, like the ones that normally were struggling a little bit, killed it. That's how
Awesome.
you know it was a good show.
Awesome.
So it was a good time, and yeah, that was my fourth.
That was your fourth. And then when you stayed overnight, I heard you got an upgraded room. John Rago hooked you guys up or something. How
No,
did
that
work
was
out?
that was Manny.
Manny did that.
Manny
Okay.
got an upgraded room because him and Pat were sharing a room. Apparently, he went to knock on the door, and there were already people in there. So he told downstairs. He said, "No, there's somebody in my room," and they're like, "Oh, we're so sorry. We'll upgrade you."
Yeah.
So they got another room.
Yeah. Awesome.
Tugboat Manny.
Tugboat Manny.
Tugboat Manny
Yeah,
headlined
remember
that
he
show.
called him on the phone last time we were here.
Yeah, Stephen Ruth and Tugboat Manny, they're high school friends, so it's pretty.
Send my respect out to Manny.
Yeah, it's a little.
You can shout him out. You can shout him out yourself when you go over here, man. You can shout him out. But yeah, that's cool. It's just how the world's all come around.
So
Wait, no, go back over there. Go back over there. We're gonna switch up some camera angles soon. We're getting close to the.
So
moments.
I want to you know there's a lot going on. You know it feels like you know you look at it like the Blink 182 has a hit song. You know the Clintons are in office. They're going for president again. And you know everybody's playing Pokemon again. It's the 90s, man.
It's the
fucking
90s. It's a time warp, man. You know this Pokemon shit is just pissing me off. Is all it's like.
How is it pissing you off? What's it doing to get under your skin?
It's like do something else with all that time you have to be Pokemoning.
Well, it's fun, man.
It's fun, man. I could see why like we were sitting on a train on the way here and he was Pokemoning.
I was
and, like,
Pokemon.
and he was making a buddy across from us who we probably would have never talked to, except he had a really cool jacket, so I probably would have struck up a conversation. But normally you wouldn't have talked to this dude. But they would, you know, and Brian goes, "Oh, there was just one right here," and he goes, "Ah, I got it." So they're Pokemoning together, like eighth graders, you know. Like,
It's pretty cool.
there was a 6-year-old on the walk. You were Pokemon. Maybe he was
Yeah, I
playing.
actually think I almost
Maybe he was-
bumped into a 6-year-old playing.
Yeah.
It's called Pokemon, but I think it's funnier when they call it Pokemon.
Pokemon, and you know, it's just bullshit. Go Pokemon.
You know, it's cool. A lot of people don't understand, like, what's so special about it. What does make it crazy? It's just, like, people are actually getting out of their houses. Like,
I get it. I
you know?
get that, but I mean, the governor brought up a great point. She was going for a Pokemon or something, and it ended up being. Wait, maybe I got the story wrong. She was going for a Pokemon. It was behind the dumpster. Maybe it was a Pokemon.
Maybe.
These Pokemons got these kids going into like some really crazy places, in my opinion. And LA, let's show them my favorite Pokemon meme that I found. I read this in this guy's voice, man. Hey kid, there's Pokemon down here. They all float. You know. I thought that one. Are you too young for this? Do you not get that?
I get that. I get it. It's the
alright.
fucking scary clown thing.
It's the scary clown thing. Yes. Alright.
Yeah, but I saw the funny one. I saw Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs.
Oh yeah, the lotion. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, sure, there's Pokemon in my basement.
Yeah. I saw it, but it was too flooded with that one. I only saw that one once.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was too flooded, right?
It was flooded. Everybody, you know, come on, find your own memes. You know.
But did you see the pizzeria in the city? They boosted their sales up 70% over the weekend.
Because they had Pokemons in it?
No,
How do businesses buy Pokemons?
Alright, so this
This
is what happens.
You draw people to your business with Pokemons.
This is what happens. Let me explain to you.
No, I don't really care. Pokemons is... why are we still talking about Pokemons?
Because it's cool. It's fucking. I'm into it. Like I was the Pokemon generation. I was the Pokemon. I guess I look like a fucking loser now. But I was the Pokemon generation, and so what happens is you get to put this thing that lures the Pokemon by you, and everybody can see that. So instead, what it does is it lured all of the players to that spot to catch the Pokemon. So that the owner of the pizzeria put this down, and all of a sudden you got like 100, like 200 people eating pizza at his shop.
Yeah,
trying to catch
that's
Pokemon.
all you gotta do is learn how to generate Pokemons to your business.
So now you got little kids, you got people my generation, you got business
Everybody
owners,
eats pizza.
you got all these people, you got people wearing nice suits in the
Yep.
train. Everybody's like doing the Pokemon.
Oh,
And then I heard somebody got like stuck in Argyle Lake.
that's hilarious.
Somebody like got
People are
stuck
gonna
in
get
the
ran
mud.
over. People are gonna. All right.
I'm
Let's
just
move
talking
on.
about
Let's-
it
let's
because it
move
pisses him off. It pisses him off.
Smack the shit out of this kid. Let's move on. All right. So what we do here each week, well, we try to do it almost every week. We do a pick of the week. I pick one of my favorite songs.
I choose you.
Of the week that I've been loving and whatever. But lately everybody's been pissing me off, and I love LA's song. So we're gonna give you "Can't Feel the Love" from the Planet X, and it's being debuted on what movie channel or some shit?
It's featured in a off-Broadway play.
I wasn't even close.
It's in the closing act, and it's actually been a huge success. I'm getting the video for it soon, so we'll be able to check it out.
Awesome. All right, so let's check out a song, and then when we come back from the song, we'll have over the Red Light Robin Hood, Mr. Stephen Rue.
To the pleasure, hope to compel, let's do it together. I'm in love with the pressure, stuck in the now, but chasing forever. They say never, but never did you think that this was enough. I answer because we lost all the trust. When push comes to shove, I can't feel the love. I think about you in almost every way. I'm interested in what you have to say. I kiss your mother, ask her how's her day. But you can't feel the love, you can't feel the love. We talk for hours on the telephone. I tell you I miss you, tell you it's been too long. You apologize and you tell me you're wrong. What in this world could bring this collision on? Tell me, I can't feel the love. 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 I feel good. I hold your hand so I can keep you close. Right by my side is where I need you most. I shout it out so everybody knows. But you can't feel the love, you can't feel the love. I tell you that you are the one for me. You're everything that I think beauty should be. I tried 100 times to make you see. I want to die with you in 2003. Come on, girl. I can't feel the love. 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 Where did it go? I struggle to find it. We used to be privates out in the public. We think nothing of it. I think that we love it. Who are we fooling? I mean, what are we doing? Should we keep it moving? How are we losing? If we were improving, what's the conclusion? I can't feel the love. 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 I can't feel the love.
All right, hang on, we're back. Can't Feel the Love, ladies and gentlemen. I love that song. I hope you love it too. Right here, this gentleman right here, Mr. Stephen Roof. What's up, my brother?
What's up, brother?
Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you, man.
What's going on?
For maybe the 4 people that don't know who you are in the world, why don't you tell the people who you are, where you're from, what do you do?
My name is Stephen Ruth. I'm the Red Light Robin Hood. I'm fighting the red light camera program and the shortening and the manipulation of the engineering behind the yellow light. The engineering has been altered to increase revenue, and basically we've got them. Everyone knows what happened. A lot of people were hurt and killed, and it continues to go on every day. And the camera money that's generated gets basically
squandered.
It gets sent right back to the politicians and controversial campaign contributions from super PACs and unions. And that's what we're really trying to stop, because people are getting killed. Our safety's been sacrificed for revenue, and we have police officers testifying to this, and we're trying to put it to an end.
That's an amazing thing, man. And for you to step up and take the reins in this mission to make our lives a little better, a little easier, and a little safer, that's awesome, man. You're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. So whatever we can do to help out your newest mission of State Senate Part 2, what did you say?
It's actually State Senate District Number 2.
District Number 2.
State Senate, you're going for the senator position?
Yeah. It was really the only thing that was available right now that would allow me to make a change. And basically what we're looking to do is get the engineering to the way it used to be when we had safe intersections. And
I mean, every yellow light was 6 seconds.
There was no half the time for a turning arrow that there was for the straightaway. They were all the same. We know that.
Every yellow light is 6 seconds. You know, like
I know. All right, so now
but they're not.
They're not anymore.
They're
now.
Just so everybody's clear, I didn't want to.
Yeah, they're not anymore.
I didn't mean to step on you. Go ahead.
So now for the dumb people like myself. So now there's the Senate, like the Congress, and then there's the state, right? There's 2 different ones.
Right. Yeah. Well, there's a U.S. Senate and there's a state Senate.
Okay.
So this is more based upon the issues in my district, which is right over here on the North Shore.
Okay, so it's the state, not the
It's not the U.S. No,
not the U.S.
Okay.
All right, so what does this position like?
What kind of authorization do you have? Yeah.
Well, it depends on what committees I'm able to get on. So depending on the committee, I'd like to be able to get on the transportation committee to work on the engineering. Also, what I want to work on that you see in other states and you don't see it here is when you're facing west and you're driving into the sun. None of our traffic lights have those sun blockers on the back of them that you see in other states.
Yeah, that black.
Yeah,
border.
exactly.
Yeah.
So we have basically, again, safety being sacrificed, and because I don't know if it's laziness or it's just
probably $3 each. You know, that's. And you think about the piece of steel and somebody to screw it on. It's probably about $3.
And it'll save you a lot of accidents. A lot of pedestrians probably get hit. It's a simple fix, and they just don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pathetic, actually. I shouldn't have had to be willing to go to jail to straighten this out, you know. But I was willing to go to jail.
But you did, and you went. You know what I mean? You did it, and this is like the full circle of.
Yeah, well, I had to be willing to go to jail in order to make a change, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
So now you're going for this position now. What's your opposition looking like? Do you have any opposition?
Yeah, I'm the incumbent, and I'm sure he's gonna, want to keep his job, and
How long
it's
has
gonna
he
be a
been
fight.
How long has he been the incumbent?
Probably like more than 10 years.
Now-
What's his name?
John Flanagan.
Now, do the people's votes actually count for this, or is it like electing a president?
Yeah, I think the people's votes may actually count.
All right. So,
God willing. God willing.
I mean, you have a decent amount of fan base on your own, plus whatever we could draw you.
Well, you guys are great, and I really do appreciate you
Hey,
doing this for
man,
me.
one day I'm gonna need a favor.
that day may never come, but if it does, I'm here, brother.
So, it's like a game of chess. So, but what we're trying to help is promote the
like
fact.
he plays chess. Come on, look at him. Like he's a Karma.
Well, he ain't playing Pokemon.
I ain't playing Pokemons, bro.
He just figured out how to play Connect 4. Come on.
Connect 4 was really good. I used to like Connect 4.
I'm still trying to learn how to play craps. I know I get to throw the dice, and either people make a lot of noise, or they're really mad. You know, whatever. It's fun for me. And
Of course, we
But-
got a game named Craps.
I remember the last time you were here, which we appreciate you coming through each and every time. I asked you if you found yourself thinking about running for office.
Back then, did I say I was?
And at the time, it seemed like you had no interest. Not that you said you wouldn't, but it seemed like you had no interest in it. And I'm wondering what sparked, what was the turning point when you're like, this is what I'm doing?
Well, what happened was I was asked by the chairman of the Libertarian Party to do it, to actually make the jump and do it, and I was very reserved. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do it, so I called my mom actually.
Awesome.
And I asked my mom, and she said, "Well, everything you've done so far was based upon courage and willingness to fight for what you believed in. So if you think that, she said, if you shouldn't now not have the courage to do it." So I said, "You're right, Mom, and I will. Thank you for that advice."
Yeah, that's great advice from you.
So now, are you running for this position as a libertarian, or libertarian?
I'm a registered Republican, but the camera money goes back to them just as fast as it goes back to the Democrats, So
Gotcha.
not to all of them. Obviously, there's some good ones, but it's
Democrats is libertarian.
Libertarian is its own thing. It's like independent party.
Okay.
yeah, it's sort of like a branch off of the Republicans, but less
Is
government.
Yeah, branch
Gotcha.
off the Republicans or
Well,
branch off the Democrats?
Republicans.
Republicans.
Oh, okay. So
Because
you're
they
still on the
believe
same
in-
side.
Democrats are for big government.
Right.
Libertarians are for no government.
Gotcha. Well, that's,
less government,
Right.
more freedom. That's what they're about.
Yeah.
which we kind of need at the moment.
That's what a Republican is.
Well, when you
Basically.
drive here, you can't even get here without hitting huge potholes.
Yeah, we're
And
having
we
you
pay the
almost broke a
highest-
rim or something. What happened?
Yeah, I'm driving here on the Southern State Parkway, and I'm saying to my son that this is so damaging to our vehicle, and they're not putting any of the money that they steal from us back into our infrastructure. And they're talking about how our water is getting totally polluted right now, and they want to tax us for another $75 million a year, and it's just not being put back into our community. It's just
Fat
lying
cat's
there.
getting fat.
Yeah, exactly, and it's got to stop. It's got to stop.
Absolutely, it's got to stop.
So now, when's the election day? When's the day that
It's in November. I don't know the exact date. But it's
Are
in
you
November.
it's the
officially
second
put in,
Tuesday.
Are you officially put into this race yet or no?
No, we have to gather, 6,000.
He needs 6,000
6,000
signatures.
signatures.
So everybody that can come
So you
out
need to
on
get
July
this-
29th at LeighAlity TV's Entertainment Extravaganza, Mr. Stephen Root, the Red Light Robin Hood, will be there with these petitions. Is it a
Yes.
petition? Petitions that everybody needs to sign. The only guy that I know that's actually helping us in the real world needs a little bit of our help. So why don't you get out there and just do a little flick of the wrist?
Thank you,
like-
please. We can use all the help we can get. We need as many signatures as possible. They have to be within Senate District number 2, which is basically between Route 112 and all the way goes out to almost Nassau County, Green Lawn area.
That's my hood. That's my neck of the woods.
So
bro.
we need signatures.
Route
from
112
all-
to Green Lawn? Is
Yeah.
it all north and south?
It's not north and south.
It's
It's basically north.
North
no.
to what? LIE? LIE?
About that. Yeah.
LA is about to cut off. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's by portion more.
By portion more?
But
Okay.
yeah, it's right. It's the same.
So
thing.
you have like Huntington, Comac,
Yeah, totally.
like all that, like
Oh, dude, we can hook you up at the
Smithtown.
pool hall.
Smithtown.
Thank
yeah.
you. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, the pool halls. you know.
Yeah, shout out to Felt Billiards. Going to be in Berlin on that.
You know,
Shout
yeah,
out to
that's-
Tugboat Manny.
Tugboat Manny. He's telling me to shout you out. I'm like, shout him out
We're actually
yourself when you
doing
get over here.
Centreach is part of the thing, right?
Definitely.
We're in Port Jeff, right? We're doing
What do we got
not
in
really.
Centreach? We got something
It's
in
more.
Centreach.
It's more like
August-
East Setauket. It doesn't really hit Port Jeff, but it goes right up to it by Terryville Road.
August 27th. We're gonna the Veterans Comedy Soul is gonna put on a fundraiser for somebody who is in need of it. And John Rago is who's part of the Suffolk County United Veterans is organizing this on behalf of the Veterans Comedy Soul. So if you want, that's going to be August 27th. I could see if you know.
That would be awesome if we can
Yeah.
collect signatures. Actually, that's after signatures. The petition is over in like a month.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got one month.
When's the date it's over?
It's over. I think August 12th, maybe.
August 12th? All right.
So how many? If you
it's
don't
crunch
mind,
time. It's
How
crunch
many?
time.
How many signatures do you have?
We only started a day.
2 days ago? Yeah, yesterday? It started
So
like
when,
yesterday.
how long
7 in
ago
the
did
morning.
you
Yesterday.
decide to do this?
How long
That was
did
my
I decide
question.
to
When-
run?
what
Maybe a little less than a month ago or a month ago. I'm not really sure the exact date, but it wasn't long ago.
No, I knew it had to be fresh. That's why it was so like when I
Yeah.
saw it, I was like, yes.
Now I'm
I
just.
don't know. You saw my Facebook. I put like 8 S's because I was like, that's what it is, man.
Now I'm just curious about the whole process.
Now, it's not going to take me, I'm not going to be in the legislature meetings, I'm not going to be local, but at the same time, I'll be heard.
You gotta say that's what matters. You
know,
gotta
we
say
gotta
that needs to be heard.
expose it. These
Plenty of
guys,
stupid
the
people have
one
plenty of
thing
shit
I
to
can
say.
tell you right now, the one thing that these politicians hate is people knowing the truth, and that's about where their money's coming from. And that's where their decisions are based upon, where their money's coming from.
Yeah.
And that they do not want exposed, and nobody's exposing it right now but me.
Yep.
So if no one's going to expose the corruption but me, when I got to be heard. I've got to be, and then Albany is perfect because that's where they're creating the laws that are unconstitutional.
Exactly.
So now getting into political type atmosphere.
Okay.
So now you address these issues. You want to fix it. How would you plan on fixing that once you became a position in power? Like, what would you do?
It would be very simple. I would take a third-party private professional engineer and have him go through the timing of the lights with me personally.
Boom.
You don't
Second
need to-
opinion. A second opinion.
Exactly.
That's all it is. Get a second opinion. You don't like what your doctor says, you go to another one.
You know, I think we could do a better job, honestly, with like a 4-year-old.
Yeah. So
Anybody
do
can
you
count. Can you count?
Do you want to cut?
Can you know how to count? Yeah. Okay.
It's bad.
So
really
do you want the lights, like the proper time, or do you want them all just gone?
We need.
No.
Well, you know,
The
right
yellow
now,
light-
this is what's going down now. The lower the income area, the shorter the yellow light, and the more the cameras. In Shirley Mastic, there's no more yellow lights.
It's like a second.
They got rid of the yellow lights. It just goes from.
And it's totally gone. Red, green.
There's no more yellow lights.
Wow.
The
Green,
poorer the
red.
area, the more they want to abuse the people. That's what I've come up
Well,
with.
that's when
When I
they
dropped
put
that
crack in the
William
80s. Back in the 80s
Yeah.
when they distributed crack to the low income areas, it was the same thing.
Now, I'm joking, obviously,
guys,
about the yellow lights being completely
The
eliminated. but
government
it's getting
invented
bad.
crack, just so you know.
It's getting really bad. And there's deaths all over William Floyd Parkway. There's deaths everywhere down William Floyd Parkway. And do you see where you guys are from that area?
No.
I'm familiar with it.
All right. When
No.
you're coming off the expressway,
Look,
you're
look.
onto William Floyd, right?
I'm not from there.
Chill.
Oh my God.
Listen, when you're coming off the LIE and you go to make a left on Commercials Middle Island Road, it's 2 lanes merging to 1 lane with a camera there behind you by the 7th precinct, and it's less than 3 seconds to get everybody through and merged into 1 lane.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's crazy. It's not right.
So I got a ticket.
Yeah, you got one.
I got one. I've never.
He opened it. I told him not to open it.
It's been years.
You told him to send
years
it back?
like this has been doing.
Exactly,
Yeah.
send it back,
See,
dude.
I didn't know what to do.
No, you were intrigued. You were like, I want to see it.
Like I didn't know.
It says it right on there.
You know what it is? I'm telling you. I'm like
It's an extortion letter.
no, because like you look at it and it's colorful. It's colorful.
It's pretty. I
It's
want to
pretty.
see
Like
the
I'm like,
inside.
oh, what's like like 4 years, whatever. Like how long is this? The camera's been out now, like.
Since 11, I believe. 2011.
Yeah, but
No,
I've
I think-
never
yeah, it was
gotten
11, I
one.
think.
Never gotten one. We had you on the show. About like a month later, I got a red light camera.
Where did it happen?
Horse Block Road.
Horsecock.
Making a left onto Horse Block
That's
Road.
his district, man.
Yeah, right there.
From 83?
Yeah, I believe so.
From North Ocean on to Horsecock.
It was either
Yeah,
83
it's right by Teachers
or
Federal
Ocean.
Credit Union.
Yeah, I don't know. It might have been Ocean. I don't know. It
Right
was
by
83.
Expressions.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where it was. Now I know what you're talking
But do you know
about.
what's funny though? Like I was like, oh, like in my head I was thinking like, not to like bring light whatever, but like in my head I'm just like, oh, I had to have been following somebody. I had to have been like, like I know exactly what I was doing during that time. I was looking at places like,
You were looking at the mannequin nipples in the window.
So
I
there
do
was
it every
then I looked
Were
at
you
the video.
following the car in front of you?
No, there was. I look at the video and they're making
He
fun
was,
of my.
he
I
was
looked at the video.
Pokemonning.
I
He was
looked-
Pokemonning and making a turn.
Throughout the entire video, like I really don't know what the fuck I was. Throughout the entire video, the light was red. I can't
You
even.
pay that one.
I
You
was
pay
like,
that
I'm
one.
paying this.
You pay that one.
I
Like,
looked it up.
all right,
and
I guess.
Like the light didn't even go like yellow red. It was just red. No car. No car. All of a sudden my car goes and it just makes a left.
A left.
I was just like, oh fuck.
Yeah, you gotta pay that one, bro.
Yeah, I gotta pay that one. That one I fucked.
So you don't think it ever went green at all?
No, I like.
And you were waiting for it?
No,
No,
he just didn't stop at a red light.
didn't stop at a red light.
There was no cars coming.
Like
and he went.
the straightaway was green. The straightaway was green, and the
left turn out
the
was
left
red.
turn was red.
I've done that.
So like
I've
I
done
just
that
went
one.
through like there was no cars oncoming, and I just
You made a left at a regular
I
green
just
light.
made a left at a
At a
and
regular
I,
green light,
and I just looked, and it wasn't yellow. It was just red the entire time throughout like the 15-second video. It's like wow, but like that I was just like. Whatever, it was kind of funny, but like, yeah, fuck those cameras.
It makes you wonder. You think they ever would manipulate the video so that they take the green out of it and you just see yourself going through a red? And
I can see them photoshopping
I-
a different.
You thought about that?
You know what I mean?
I
These
did
editors,
think about it for a second.
You know what I mean? You can
Because
do
I have
anything you
police
want.
officers that tell me they do that. I've never seen it myself, but then
I
again,
believe that.
I've never watched the footage, the numbers on the screen.
But like I drove through it so gracefully.
So it was
like I didn't
probably green.
speed. I didn't speed. I
don't know. I mean, it's just weird because I've heard that they manipulate the videos. I mean, think about it. The company that obtains the video footage of you committing the so-called violation, profiting from your conviction.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Like I did this so great. Like I never thought. Like normally I would be like, wow, I think I got a ticket. Like
I mean, with
normally,
today's
like,
technology, it's got to be easily manipulable.
That's true.
You know what it is?
Change.
That's so true.
Is the technology that you and I and everybody has at their ability.
Right. Now, none of the families who
It's-
have lost somebody in front of those cameras ever got to view the footage of the accident.
Well,
That's mind-boggling.
Yeah.
well, I mean, I could speak from a personal experience where there was no traffic violation. It was just caught on film from a traffic camera, and they were like, "We're not going to show you the video." And we're like, "Well, why the fuck not? I need to know what happened." And they're like, "You know enough." Because
Oh, man,
you don't
that's not
actually
nice.
want to see your loved one splatted. You know what I mean? And that's why they don't show
if
that
they were
one.
killed because of misengineered traffic lights,
That's another story. That, I mean, yeah, I guess, all right. Yeah.
because the engineering was wrong.
Yeah.
There's a reason why there's no engineer signatures on any of the traffic lights. The reason why there's no engineer signatures on any of the traffic lights is so there's no responsible charge for engineering malpractice.
That's what, when you said that last time, I mean, I put transmissions in. Every time I do that, I put my name on the bottom of the thing, like, I put this transmission in. Everybody's got to sign off
you
on
put
their
your
work.
name on it? You signed?
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's paperwork that goes through the office, so if something fucks up down the road, they can look at who put it in. Da 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 da, and da, 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 da. Obviously, nobody ever questions me on anything because I'm the best that there is. I do trannies, you know, but.
Yeah, your son's left.
Because my
and
son's
the new
thinking
guy.
tranny like something else.
Yeah. Something about transmission.
Transmissions.
Everybody get that.
Get your head out of the gutter.
Game on. Dad, the funniest part about the show is when he was talking about trannies.
That's a girl with a pee-pee.
Oh, God.
I don't know if that's how you talk, but you know.
So now.
I'm sorry. Go back. Yeah.
So now, I want to get more into this position because this is you're here
How,
right now.
like, think about it. How do they have no, like you're saying, trace of exactly who timed that light for what and when?
So then, like, how do these people get paid? How do, like, all of this? It boils down right to the individual.
And this is
And
what
the
we found
person
out
who's
through
in charge.
Supreme Court order. That's how we found this out. We had to get Supreme Court orders, and they defaulted on them. When we finally got them, none of them had stamps.
Yep.
And we got them, but they're not
And
stamped.
that's how you found that. Wow.
Yeah, we had to get a Supreme Court order because someone was killed.
Not even a
boy
court
was killed,
order.
and then the boy who was killed, all you see is him laying in the street. You don't see the actual
Right, you don't
accident
see the
take
hit.
place.
Wow.
And there's 3 cameras on it, and they're on town roads, not on county roads, like the Brookhaven Township
Right.
saying. The supervisor's like, there's no cameras
Could you,
on
like-
town roads.
Could you think in your head, like, you've been fighting this for quite some time now. Do you think you could pinpoint the person who actually did the deletion?
In my opinion, the same people that are probably changing your green light to red light.
Yeah, but you say same people, but do you think somebody in specific?
And he's like, do you know the person?
No.
Can you figure out who?
No,
it's just Big Brother. Like it's just.
It's not necessarily Big Brother. It's big business. It's
Right.
big business.
Yeah. I mean, the town is a business just like any other. I mean, whether you're
It's not the town though, but I've accused all the politicians of being on a Xerox whitelist, being uneligible of being ticketed by a red light camera intersection. Now, none of them have said bullshit. This is all my tickets that I haven't or have paid. None of them have come forward and admitted ever getting a red light camera ticket. So the one who did never proved it to me. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm thinking is that they don't get them, or there's a number that they call to get them removed.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah. And I've been told this from experts that helped get them removed in other states because of the same corruption.
So
and
it's been removed in other states.
Oh yeah,
red light
totally.
What states?
It's happening.
So if you
all
know
over
somebody
right now.
at
It's happening.
Xerox or Cablevision, you
Chicago, Florida, California, they're all removed.
I heard about Florida. It worked.
And they got caught shortening the yellows from 4.5 to 4.3 seconds. The email got intercepted, and or someone got a court order for the email, and proved that they were told to shorten the yellows, and now they got busted. They're having to remove them. Now Suffolk got busted too. We have police officers testifying to the fact that the lights were shortened. That when Xerox came in and cameraed up all the intersections, the police officer said all these intersections were retimed.
Really?
Yep. And they also retimed the all red clearing time. That's when they had, everybody's red for 2 or 3 seconds.
Right.
Well, that was made shorter too, and it created a very dangerous driving environment.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I never even thought of that.
And you're the one that exposed that in Suffolk, right? Or no?
I'm the one that exposed it, but I had the police officers put me onto that.
Right. They
I just want to give respect out to the police officers that came forward so far. Much respect.
To the good cops, man.
I appreciate all the respect along the way, and God bless everybody.
Word.
What I was going to say also is that the police officer came forward and he told me to focus on that, and I'm not going to take credit for
discovering
that.
it.
What my original thing was people getting trapped with the right on red, and that these were senior citizens getting abused by this because they were stopping maybe a foot over the white line, or they were
shit they used to
looking
do
and
back
going.
in the 50s.
Right, and this is not something a police officer would ever ticket them for.
Right.
And these same people were being forced off Long Island because of our high taxes and high cost of living here, that they shouldn't have been abused.
$80 a pop.
Right.
Yeah.
And plus, we know now that the $30 being a felony and them committing over 1 million felonies against us and stealing over $20 million from us, and now the 2 class action lawsuits against Suffolk and Nassau, that I can't even take claim for that either. That was brought to me by experts out of the state. Right? And you know what they said? Start accusing them of it. Start accusing them of it.
Absolutely.
So I started accusing them of it remember the video at police headquarters?
Yeah, of course.
And what happened was, they removed it from the county website of the index of statutes. So we knew at that point that they were afraid of this, that they knew they had been stealing from us, and they were just about abusing the crap out of us. And
that's
now
basically their
lawsuits and
job.
stuff
I mean, as far as I could figure.
As long as you can remember.
Yeah.
Stealing from us. So I know my taxes are going up and going up and going up and going up, and now I'm getting code violations out the ass because they're attacking me because they're.
Oh yeah,
They're going through this guy like a fine-tooth comb, man.
Pardon me?
Going through you like a fine-tooth comb.
Right.
Like, whatever they can hit you for, they're gonna. Because of all the money you're costing them, they're gonna nickel and dime the shit out of you.
It's that I'm stopping them from stealing. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, no, but in their mind, you're costing them.
Ah, yeah. In their mind, because their mind's completely controlled by greed.
Right, exactly. I could make me this much more money if this thing would shut the fuck up.
Totally.
Is there a head honcho, you think, behind all of it?
No.
The head honcho is probably the county exec.
Steve?
Yeah. The county executive's got to be the head honcho. Although, if you look at it, it's got the county executive in Suffolk, the county executive in Nassau, and then you got to look at it as de Blasio, and then in the end, Cuomo.
Right.
It is what it is.
Right.
I mean, it's the Democratic Party has brought them in all over the country. It's not usually Republicans that bring them in, but if you look at Nassau, it's Republican controlled, and they got cameras everywhere. But like I said, the Nassau police officers told me they have stacks of red light camera tickets, and that their credit's getting damaged from it as well. So it's not just the civilians who are getting their credit damaged; it's also the police officers. So
the people that are actually trying to help the world, the good cops, are also getting taxed.
Exactly. It's not fair. These people are limited. The senior citizens have fixed incomes, and they're just being abused. The same people that already put their lives on the line for our country for various different, wars.
So let me ask you. Say this all comes to fruition, and you do get these red light cameras removed, and this and that, and your goal is accomplished. Do you have any other expectations? Like,
Then you got to replace the revenue. What do I think to replace the revenue? Here, with our LIPA, LIPA PSEG, we know that PSEG is killing us.
Bananas.
So what we have to do is find renewable energy so we could save people money on their electric bills. That's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head right now, but
like you see all these other solar companies now.
When I put solar on my house, it was a big difference. Huge.
Yeah.
Huge. And I noticed that as soon as I had the solar installed, my meter was going like this, right? Going the regular meter like this. And then when I flipped it over to solar,
It didn't go backwards.
It went like this. The other direction,
Zooming backwards.
Like this. Then next thing you know, they replaced it with the smart meter. And I have no idea what I'm giving back, but I know it's a lot more than they're giving me now.
Right. They don't want you to see it.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want you to see it. It's just another government scam.
Meter spinning back.
Now remember, listen, back to that same thing. PSEG putting that smart meter on my house. Check this out. When they put the government cameras in front of my house, and I went up there with the paint this extension rod and I was painting it, who do you think rolled up on me? PSEG. Yup. Right then and there, like.
You could put anybody wants to creep around in the neighborhood, that's the car you drive. You want to creep around in the neighborhood, you drive PSEG car. Oh, it's just PSEG guy. Yeah, he's supposed to be here. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. You want to case the joint, PSEG. You could buy a decal. Just stick it on your car.
So now so what would you want to do? Say you do have this opportunity, you fix this situation, and you do fix the revenue situation. Where do you see yourself going from here? Because this is a big part of your life now, that a huge goal. And once you accomplish this goal, do you see yourself helping the community more in other ways, or what do you want to do?
I've always liked the Save the Children Foundation. I've done numerous fundraisers for them and tried to help as many people as I can. But that's kind of like an out of the country thing, And I think the job that I'd be looking for is kind of a responsibility to my people in this country.
Okay.
Yeah, and everything is God's will, in my opinion. Whatever and wherever I end up is all God's decision. So I can't make any speculation. It's all God's will.
Cool,
see, cause
one thing I can tell you is that I'm not afraid to do whatever God needs me to do.
Because that's what I'm thinking. If you're running for an office, obviously you have an awesome foundation laid out for you to run on, but the whole grand picture of things, how else can you help out the community?
The jails need to be something that needs to be done with the prison system. It's really bad.
Yeah.
I noticed that I got a lot of respect from the inmates as well as the sheriffs when I was inside. And I made a comment that all the inmates were very nice. I had a very good experience with them, and I just felt that they were very respectful. And most of them were in there for victimless crimes. And we've got to find a way.
Victimless crimes.
We've got to find a way to stop the drugs from coming in, because that's where everybody's ended up in jail for, because of the drug addictions. And we've got to work on that. That's got to be something that's can be worked on. These people, they've got to be released into some kind of work program. We need work programs, even if it's within the jail system. We have to be able to make these people productive. You can't have this many inmates, more than almost the rest of the world, and then be spending 80 to 100 grand for each one of them without them being able to produce.
And not teaching them.
And not giving them a skill. So if we want to
they're in there because they don't know nothing.
Exactly. We have to rehabilitate these people, probably with our military. That's what, in my opinion, where we
makes perfect sense.
Give them an opportunity in the military, and same thing with the Mexican population. Donald Trump wants to talk about getting them out there. And what about all these immigrants that want to come into the country?
That's a great idea.
They're talking about loading us up with all these immigrants, right? Like, we're going to have no say in that. Like, we're going to just be bombarded with beautiful Syrians in God's will, obviously.
Oh,
but
damn.
what I'm saying is, we need to be able to put these people in our military to first vet them. If they're willing to fight for our country, then they should be able to live in it.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
He's a veteran.
Cody's a veteran. Shout out to Cody in the audience. Happy birthday, my brother. Shout out to you, man.
I have a veteran in the audience.
We got a veteran, and it was his birthday, and he brought us presents, although we can't show you them, but shout out to you, Cody.
So, yeah, the veterans, much respect.
Thank you, sir.
That's what I was getting at before. The veterans of our country aren't being treated right. And the
No.
cameras, they should be exempt from these cameras.
Well, that's what Brian, his whole Project 9-Line.
That's what I was telling you last time when we talked after the show. I'm part of the
Manny
nonprofit
Tugboat
Project
is
9-Line.
from Project 9-Line.
I'm on the board. I helped create it. It's a nonprofit that helps veterans reintegrate through art. All different forms. It's either songwriting, guitar, even
Comedy.
tennis, comedy, MMA, yoga.
Sick.
Like anything you think of. We're relatively new. We've been around maybe like 3-4 years, and we've already expanded so much from just working out of our friend's Patrick Donahue, the president, his living room, to now we have a building behind Lily Flanagan's in Iceland. It was a Disabled American Veterans building. Now it's going to be Project 9-Line building as well.
Nice.
And so this is how we're
Congratulations.
progressing. And
That's awesome.
thank you. And we're helping. Suffolk County has the highest number of veterans out of anywhere right now, I believe. And the veterans is a big thing in my life.
There's a
even
lot
though
of
I'm not
homeless
a
vets,
veteran.
too.
Too many.
Yeah, these homeless vets need to be given a skill, a job, treated with respect.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
But
That's
it's
what
funny.
Pete
It's-
Campo was working
you know
for.
what's
Shout out to
funny,
Pete
too?
Campo.
A lot of these homeless veterans want to stay that way too. It's weird. Like you don't want to. It's weird that like we want to give them housing. We want to do, but like some people want to force things upon people, and it's weird actually getting into the veteran community and realizing some aspects that we do need to give them housing and everything.
There's so much land here, and there's so much resources in government and the amount of money they steal from us to give these veterans houses.
It doesn't cost
Yeah,
that
sure.
much.
Right.
I mean, what are
they
you
can
doing with
easily
the
get a
houses
bunch
with
of
nobody
prefab
in?
houses or even trailers.
I mean, I
and just
thought
give
of
them
it
a life.
1,000 times. I mean, Sunshine and Shadow say, you know what I mean? I used to live such simple life. I lived in a camper, 30-foot camper.
He's pretty much homeless.
That's what I'm talking
For
about.
4 years. I lived there and I made this much money. You know, and it's just, when you live simply,
You're able to get ahead.
you can make a move. You know, and if we could put these individuals in a position where they could live simply, to then go ahead and, whatever, get a Wild West Estates or whatever they want to do, whatever. And that's absolutely, what we need to focus on. And is not many people, like what Brian does is magnanimous. This is the word for the evening, magnanimous. Rah! Everyone
Sounds
knows
like
when I say
Pokemon.
magnanimous. Rah!
Sounds like a Pokemon.
So, I mean, Brian... Fuck Pokemon. Brian's helping these guys out, and what you're doing is for everybody, and it's amazing, man. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
So
We need more people willing to do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
If we had more people willing to do whatever it takes and willing to take the time to go to the meetings and to stand behind me and speak and fight for what's right, then we'd be able to make progress.
I mean, obviously what you're doing takes time and money. So, whatever you've done, real estate, whatever, you've done well for yourself, and now you have time on your hands. I just love the fact that you're taking the time on your hands to be productive. I see all these old fucks and everybody else with time on their hands, and they're just in the
Don't get me
way.
wrong.
They're just kind of in the way.
I wish I had a little bit of free time to actually take a vacation, but unfortunately now I'm seriously obligated to getting the signatures and going forward and making it happen. But if I had some free time, I have a great vacation. But if I get elected, and when I get elected, then I'll plan it then.
So are you so now we only have a few minutes left. If you want to tell the audience what things are coming up, where do you plan on getting these signatures? Do you have events set up to get signatures?
Where are you going to be tomorrow to try to get some signatures?
Probably at the Smith Haven Mall.
Smith Haven Mall tomorrow.
Yeah, something like that.
Do you have signs, everything? Do you have all that?
Yeah,
ready?
we have it.
Yeah.
We need more people. More
We need
people
more
to help
people.
us gather
Anybody
signatures.
that wanna
So if I'm
volunteer-
at like the mall, we need people at the post office, things like that. Public places where we know we can get signatures all day.
Awesome.
That's what we need. So if anybody can help, please feel free to
How
contact
to
me.
get a hold of you?
Facebook.com/The Red Light Robin Hood. Stephen Ruth. You can find me on Facebook. Send me a private message. I'll tell you where I'll be. You can come and help me out. And hopefully we can get all these signatures and have time to spare.
Awesome. 6,000 signatures in a month. I feel like it's like the Amazing Race.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, I feel like
Yeah.
we're gonna make it happen. Though we're gonna help you and we're gonna help the mission.
So we have a big thing actually coming up.
We have a huge thing coming up where you can come and sign all day. Everybody that comes to the next event signs up on the. But go ahead, my brother. Tell them.
Now we have our next event.
Tell them. We have pre-sale tickets.
Pre-sale tickets. It's LeighAlity TV's Entertainment Extravaganza. Extravaganza.
You gotta say extravaganza cool, otherwise it doesn't count.
Extravaganza. All right, so it's gonna be at Shaker's Pub. Address is
Shout out to
4608 Sunrise Highway. Shaker's Pub. It's gonna be Friday, July 29th. Doors open at 7.
Showtime starts promptly at 8 p.m. because we got a lot going on. We got everything that LeighAlity TV does right here, whether it's comedy, music, political nonsense.
You know what we should do?
We're all in there.
Put down one of those lures for the Pokemon. Get everybody.
Yes.
That's a good idea, right?
Yes. Put 5 lures. How much did it cost? Let's put them down. We're gonna do it. We're gonna make it
Put
a
a couple of
poke.
lures out there. I'll get all the signatures I need.
Yeah. Dude, I swear.
Dude, Pokemon's fucking stop talking about the whole episode about Pokemon.
I'm telling you, Pokemon's
Shut
where
the
it's
fuck
at.
up about Pokemon.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. You gotta do it. I'll come to Smith Haven Mall. Put down a lure. We're gonna get signatures.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to help us, help you, help us, help you, help us, you, help us, him, you, sign a petition. Let's get this guy in office. Let's make it happen.
This guy needs to make changes.
Make changes. All these times you're driving around, right? And you're trying to get these petitions and everything. You ever been on a fender bender? You ever like hit a little car, a little...
Probably trying to
I want to knock
get
on wood
through.
right now. Yeah, I'm trying,
Trying to get through a red light.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any accidents.
No Pokemons,
Knock on wood.
right?
Yeah, I'm grateful.
You know what
I've been lucky.
happens a lot of times when these people get in these fender benders and they turn to their insurance companies. They've been paying insurance for how long? They tell them, hey, listen, I had a little thing. Oh, well, you got to go to this State Farm certified shop. Or you got to go to this Geico certified shop. And they all like to keep the money in the loop. You know, my friends at Schroeder's Auto Body, 200 Blydeburg Road in Islandia, they want you to know, everybody at home to know it's your right as a consumer in New York State to take your car to any registered motor vehicle repair shop of your choosing. If the guy up the block, the green registered motor vehicle repair sign, been changing your oil last 20 years, you feel comfortable handing your money to that guy, take your car there. That's what these guys want you to know. I recommend going to see my good friends, George Jr. Schwerto, 200 Blydeburg Road in Islandia. George Jr. just had a little baby. You know. So George Sr. is now like
That's how you
a
describe
grand
it.
senior.
That's
like,
how you describe
well,
it.
you like do this with it, and then you squish its face. How do you not squish your baby's face?
That's how.
I don't know anybody that hasn't squished a baby's face.
It looks like you're fucking like just wringing out grapes.
They're
like
gonna
you're
rip the
making
baby's
wine,
head off. Let me hold it.
I have no idea what you're trying
You
to
can
do.
wonka. No. I'm Mr. Lee West. It's all over the social medias. Brian can tell you.
Oh,
He likes to punch babies. Project9line.org. Mr. Stephen Ruth, all over the Facebook, social medias, all of them. Hashtag the Red Light Robin Hood. This is LeighAlity TV each and every Wednesday. StrongOut.com, 9 p.m. Shout out to my studio audience. I love you guys each and every week coming through. They come for free wine.
Much
they come
respect.
for free wine. Next week, guys. Love y'all. Pieces.
Pieces.
Great show.